I feel like it's been a hot minute since we talked about some Love Island drama. Within today's video, we're going to be talking about Sierra, which I have to say, okay, maybe this is just like a hot take, or maybe it's just, I don't know, a unpopular opinion, but I genuinely feel that Sierra is probably like the most hated on from the cast. Like, yo, I just see so many different TikToks and like comments like of people roasting her, and I'm like, honestly, y'all, like, look, I know that she obviously messed up and she said something that was, derogatory. However, y'all know I made a full video about it, and I really do feel like in the context of which she was saying it, it was based out of ignorance. Do you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know if everybody hates on her specifically because of that, because I really do feel like a lot of people understood like, oh, she was just being ignorant. Obviously, she was very uneducated on the topic. Like, y'all know we already went down that rabbit hole before, and within my personal opinion, I feel like I'm one of those people that I'm like, context is key, and I really do feel like in the way of which she said that word, I was like, you can clearly tell she wasn't saying it from a place of racism. She was saying it from a place of ignorance. Like, she was uneducated on it. And y'all know that I always be the first person to say, like, I literally had said it too. I was like, I literally barely learned. Like, I want to say it must have been like 2019, okay? Like, literally within the past like 6 years, I barely learned that that word was derogatory and offensive. Like, straight up, I feel like I've never like heard it before of somebody saying like, oh my gosh, like this is oh my gosh, I got a lash in my eye. I was poking me. Anyway, sorry. Oh my gosh, it's literally stuck in there. Y'all, what do I do? Anyways, I have never really heard, that it was derogatory up until then. However, I did hear years ago. So the reason why I'm always like forgiving of situations like that is because like, depending upon where you grow up, depending upon who you're friends with, depending upon what you say on social media, and like, y'all, let's go ahead and keep it real. Like, sometimes you may be on a live stream to where you say something and people in the chat like may not even know or be educated on a specific thing. I'm not specifically saying this word, but I'm just saying in general, you know what I'm saying? So I really do feel like people obviously get educated in different forms, and obviously it does suck that she was getting educated in a, very public forum and obviously getting booted off the damn show. But in my opinion, though, I feel like maybe some hate comes from some other things. Like, I don't quite understand it because honestly, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't really find her to be that annoying. I don't find her to be like that problematic. Like, I feel like, yeah, low key, maybe now she's being a little bit shady. You guys are going to see she is throwing some shade at Nic and Olandria. And I could understand why people are saying some things. But besides today's topic, though, I feel like she genuinely is probably like the most hated on cast member. And I'm sitting over here like, y'all, it's kind of crazy to me because I feel like, what about the men? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, let's go ahead and keep it real. There's a lot of men up on the cast that were a little bit, By the way, too, I haven't kept up with the Love Island, what is it called, games or something? However, a lot of people are telling me, okay, I'm just taking people's word for it. Obviously, I haven't watched. A lot of people are saying, like, even Chris is, like, super annoying. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, why is it that I only see Sierra getting hated on when I'm like, there's, like, other people that are like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all. So, before getting into that, y'all, a lot of people, okay, this is what I wanted to talk about right here. A lot of people don't like that she gets out there and she makes her little TikToks. And y'all know that, I guess, apparently when she was in, oh my gosh, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it was Greece. Was it Athens? Was it Mykonos? Like, I don't know, somewhere over there, okay? Somewhere in Europe. Okay, wait, y'all, hear me not being educated at all. I'm like, is Greece in Europe? I really do feel like it is. Anyway, she was somewhere over there, and y'all know that she had made some posts over there, and a lot of people were pressed about that, and they were like, okay, she's being shady towards Nic. Well, this is where a lot of people say like, oh girl, like you're not embarrassed to be posting up on the internet. And I guess what it is because everything that she does now is obviously going to look like it is, how do I say this? Like subliminal to Nic and Olandria. Only because, and if I'm keeping it so for real with you guys, in my personal opinion, I feel like if she would have just got up out onto the internet on one of her podcasts, y'all know, I actually did a video talking about her to where she was like doing these interview questions. I forget exactly for which platform it was. And I was like, oh my gosh, like not her over here like basically pleading the fifth and like trying to opt out of like answering the question. I think so many more people, myself included, would respect her so much more if she got out onto the internet and said, I think Nic is shady. I think he did me dirty. Like what he did was wrong. And yeah, I do feel like his relationship with Olandria is fake. Like if she were real, then I feel like more people would respect her. However, she kind of beats around the bush, and I think it's because she is scared of the hate, but she's getting hate regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm like, girl, if you feel that Nic did you dirty, if you feel like, oh, he played you and you really did think there was genuine emotions there and you guys, you thought you guys really had a connection, then go ahead and speak up on that. Like, don't sit here and beat around the bush and kind of like sweep things under the rug, but then also be a little bit shady about it, because that's when people start making comments like this, which you guys are going to see, to where people are like, girl, aren't you embarrassed posting on the damn internet? And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like she should just keep it real. And y'all know that I'm always going to say this. I just really do feel like we live in this whole new generation of like people are scared to speak up about their true opinions, their true thoughts, their, Even if, say, for example, if she feels some type of way towards Olandria, if she feels some type of way towards Nic, she knows that she's going to get hate. But at the end of the day, if those are her feelings, she's valid within her feelings. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think people, once again, like myself, would have much more respect for her if she got up onto the internet and did these interviews and just was straight up and been like, you know what, I'm actually still not over it. I feel like he really did me dirty, and this is why I feel like he did me dirty, and lay out those reasons, rather than being like low-key, a little snarky, a little shady, a little, you know, popping a little subliminal message over here. Because then it's kind of like, okay, girl, like you're looking real bitter in that case, rather than you just speaking up on your true feelings. So I do want to go ahead and start this off to playing a clip to where she is reacting to somebody saying like, girl, aren't you like embarrassed posting on the internet? Check this out.
Embarrassment. I saw a video the other day that said embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool of yourself. Like, embarrassment doesn't really exist if you think about it. I don't know, like there's just so much power in just like being who you are. I think a lot of people are like, aren't you embarrassed? Like, I feel like you're trying so hard. And it's like, for what? Posting my life? Like, no. If anything, you're not trying hard enough, Susan. Like, I'm not scared to be seen trying or just being me. Like, I'm never going to apologize for that. I'm never going to be embarrassed of it. If anything, you should ask yourself, like, it's embarrassing that you're so bothered about someone else just like existing.
There y'all saw from right there. She's saying, oh, embarrassment doesn't really exist if you think about it, which y'all, I thought about it, okay? Because actually I had this in my roster of things to talk about over the last like 5 days. And I'm sitting over here like, yeah, I thought about it, girl. And embarrassment is a feeling, okay? I felt embarrassed so many damn times in my life. I'm sure I will feel embarrassed so many more times in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting over here like, I feel like she is trying to, I don't know the right word to use, but I feel like she's trying to like, you know, chew her way out of it, claw her way out of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, girl, just go ahead and keep it real. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would appreciate her much more if she just kept it real with her thoughts and her opinions. And I don't know, y'all, I just feel like this is why you got people saying things like that, because I got to keep it real with you guys. If I was in her position and I was genuinely hurt by Nic, I would get out there and say that. Like, if you guys don't recall, she did this interview to where I guess one of the questions was something along the lines of like, oh, did you think that Nic was gonna leave with you or whatever? And she had said on there like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, the thought did cross my mind. If it was me and I thought that I had a genuine connection with this man, I would get up onto that interview and be like, 100% I thought he was going to leave with me because I thought that we had a genuine connection, but now I could see he wanted to stay on the show just for the show and not to find love. Because at the end of the day, yeah, okay, she said a derogatory term and yes, she got kicked out of the show. But if he really had true feelings for her, don't y'all think that he would have been like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Like, I really do like her. I really do want to get to know her more. And actually, I don't want to explore any of these other girls in the house. I sealed things off with her. I committed to just her, so I'm going to leave. So I don't think that she's wrong if she were to get out there and say that. But once again, I do think that she is scared to actually get out there and say that because she knows now that obviously Nic and Olandria have a very strong fan base and obviously she's really hated on. So she kind of tiptoes around everything. But then when she makes some certain remarks, it's like, girl, you end up looking more dumb. Like, you end up looking kind of like bitter and shady and snarky and all these things, rather than if you were to just keep it real, nobody can hate you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sure, yeah, they could hate you for that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is they can't like sit there and say that you're shady and you're this or that because you're being blunt and you're being direct. And I just feel like she's lacking that within my personal opinion. Because you guys are going to see, okay, she was recently at a Halloween party and this was actually a week ago, okay? Sorry, y'all, that I am a little bit late with this. I know y'all be talking trash like, oh my God, this is old news or whatever, but I barely saw it, okay? Like, I had the first one, that embarrassment clip right there. I had saw that like first and then like 4 days later. So I was like, I don't want to make a full video about that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, as soon as it popped up, I was like, I do want to talk about this. Here's where you guys are going to see. This is where a lot of people are like, okay, girl, like, you're being petty, you're being shady, you're being a little bit snarky. Is because she was at this Halloween party where Nic was at. I don't know if Olandria was there, but in the clip that I'm going to play for you guys, which by the way, it does have copywritten music and I have to like mute it. So you guys are going to see it, but not hear it. But the song that was playing is was it the Pussycat Dolls or just Nicole Scherzinger? Y'all know, Nicole Scherzinger is shady as hell, okay? Like, basically the Pussycat Dolls is just her, okay? Y'all, speaking about her really, really fast, I remember when I went to Britney Spears concert, y'all, in like 2008 or 2007, I completely forgot it was a circus tour. Y'all, they were the opening act and there was just so much tension. And literally in the show, Nicole Scherzinger was being rude to the damn, like, other girls, you know, which I was like, ooh, there's a lot of tension up in here. Like, she's a little bit, because she wanted to be like the main girl, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, the Pussycat Dolls song or whatever, where I think it's called like Don't Ya, where it's something along the lines of like, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? And she literally had her friend record her as Nic was walking past her. And I am so sorry, y'all. You guys know that I always love to give grace. I give benefit of the doubt. But clearly this was something that was premeditated. Clearly this was something that was thought out, because this song is playing. Nic is right behind you, and you have your friend record. Like, I'm sorry, but I just really do feel like in this moment, like, sure, she could get up on the internet and be like, oh, it was a coincidence. But I am so sorry. Like, it obviously did look like it was planned out to have your friend be recording you at that very moment that that song is on, that Nic is walking right behind you. It's just kind of like, yeah, it did look like she was being a little bit shady. Check this out. You know what, y'all? I do need to make a little bit of a correction. Okay, the Pussycat Doll song, I guess, was added by her or her friend, okay, within the posting, because actually I had the original audio recording there, which I still couldn't play for you guys, obviously, because it was copywritten music. That song wasn't playing. Her or her friend posted it with that song playing, okay? So to me, that's even more intentional, because it's like, you went out of your way to like put that song on there. Which, look, y'all, I really do feel like if she has these feelings towards Nic or whatever, like, I feel like she's valid within that, because maybe she really did think that there was a genuine connection there. If you guys watched the show, y'all saw they were the first couple to actually close things off and actually say that they were just solely seeing each other. So obviously they did feel something for each other, and maybe her feelings were a little bit more deep. She's fully valid within her feelings, but just get out there and keep it real, girl, right? Why be like shady and like, you know, petty like this? Now she's getting super called out because y'all, she literally was blowing up over the weekend to where that Halloween party was, and she got up onto her second channel, I believe it was, and or her backup page, whatever the hell it's called on TikTok, to where she has her second account, okay? And she made this video to where everyone's like, okay, she's speaking out about, you know, things that are happening right now within the government, which I gotta keep it real with you guys, okay? It's things like this that I'm just kind of like, it just seems performative, okay? And I really do feel like it just comes across very fake to me, that you're getting called out for being shady and being snarky, and then you're gonna make a video talking about the government, like, of all times. And yes, sure, you can look at this and say, hey, at least she's talking about it and she's bringing awareness to it, and, you know, good for that. However, the timing of everything, it's kind of like, okay, girl, all of a sudden you're going to be speaking out about this when obviously this issue has been going on for quite some weeks now. But because you're getting called out over the weekend, it's kind of like you're deflecting from the topic, and you're like, okay, let me talk about this. And it just seems performative and it seems fake to me, okay? I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Yes, obviously you could look at this in a different light and be like, hey, at least she's speaking about it. But I'm just kind of like, okay, girl, the timing is a little bit questionable. Check out this clip right here.
Hi guys, I know a lot of people are busy writing think pieces about my plans from the weekend, but did you know that the US government is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits for the month of November and potentially December? If it's not already hard enough to survive in this economy for a lot of people, November is supposed to be a month where Americans are practicing gratitude and overindulging in food and feeling love around their families. And if this happens, if this is true, a lot of people are going to be questioning and panicking about where to get the funds for their next meal, let alone a Thanksgiving dinner. Medicaid and certain health benefits are also being threatened to be withheld as we move into fall and winter.
So yeah, that's kind of like her reaction to her getting called out of being called shady and petty and snarky and all these different things that she was being called up on TikTok, which, I don't know, I just gotta say, like, you know what, good for her for speaking out about some serious topics. Like, I could always appreciate that. However, I just feel like the timing of everything, it was like super performative. I'm just kind of like, okay, girl, you're clearly deflecting over here because obviously you did look really petty and shady, which, once again, I feel like is fine. Like, if you get out there and own it, like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, y'all, I'll be the first bitch to admit, and I feel like you guys probably know me by now, that if I was in a similar situation like that, yes, I will be shady. Yes, I will be petty. Yes, I will be making little, you know, TikToks like that with a certain song playing and having, you know, specific lyrics on there for a damn reason. Yes, I will. But guess what? When I'm called out about it, you know what I'm gonna do? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And what? And what? Like, I was feeling some type of way, so I did it. And I'm so sorry, but that's why I could always appreciate a real ass person who gets out there and like stays true within their feelings and says, yes, I felt some type of way, so that, you know, triggered me to be a little bit petty. Bam. And at the end of the day, I feel like, hey, I can't hate on that, because I'm like, hey, at least she's keeping it real. But she does little things like this to where people are like, okay, girl, all of a sudden now you're making videos talking about the government and things like that, when it's like, girl, it just seems a little bit fake within my opinion. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.